when I was younger, I wish I had the same mentor, the same coach that would teach me these life skills on and off the court.
So I'm Greg Quijano, I'm Christian's father. Kind of a little background on how we got started was I'd always been a fan of racing, auto racing, Formula One, touring cars, GT cars, whatever it may be. So I'd always wanted to go to a Formula One race. So when Christian was about, I think 5 or 6, around that age, we had the opportunity to go to the Formula One USGP here in Austin, Texas. So I took him out there. We went out there, we had a blast. We had a great time out there. I really enjoyed it. So when I got back, I was actually just looking around, just seeing how I was interested how people get started in racing. What's that career path look like? And I just happened to see that they started in karting, and I was looking around and just Googling stuff, and I saw they had a track here in Orlando Kart Center. So we came out here, checked it out. It looked pretty cool. I asked Christian if he had wanted to get started in it, and he said he had an interest in it. So we got him in the car. And ever since then, we can't get him out of it. And I think he's having a great time doing it. So it's just a little background story on how we got started.
Hi, my name is Christian Quijano, and I race for Zanella Racing. And what inspired me to get into kart racing was because I've been watching F1 since I was about like 6 or 5, and I really got interested into it. So when I told my dad I wanted to race, he was looking at racetracks nearby, so we found this track here in Orlando, and then we got into it, and I just couldn't stop. Racing helps me in school because it teaches you how to work hard to achieve something. Like, if you don't do good and you're not working for it, then you're not going to do good. But if you work hard for it and you get better, then you're going to get good results. Racing is important to our family and me because it's a fun sport. You can bring out your family and build strong relationships with other people. My favorite race car is Lewis Hamilton. The reason why is we really have the same background when we started. So we start in the back of the truck and then just kept on getting better and better.
My role as far as being on the team, besides being Christian's father, is pretty much all the above. You have to be father, you got to be coach, you got to be mechanic, you got to do the transport, you got to be the bank, the finance for them, you got to support them. So it's a lot more things that go into it than maybe your traditional sports. So there's a lot more involved with it. I always tell them, if we have a race on Saturday on the weekend, we don't just start on Saturday. Preparation goes into it starting on Monday. Out in the garage, getting the cart ready, getting everything loaded up, making sure the cart is tuned properly. So there's a little bit more into it than just being dad or being a parent. My thoughts on karting is it's a great sport. I love it. We've had nothing but a positive experience since we've been in karting. Everybody's been good. Everybody helps out. It's a real close community, tight community. We've made friendships and relationships that'll probably last a lifetime, even beyond karting. So it's been great. It's a great family sport. We get the kids out here. We bring all the families out here. We're all friends. We all hang out together. We compete on track, but at the end of the day, it's all for the kids, and we're all a close family. Christian's inspired me in life, just in life in general, but even with racing. The great thing with kids is just that they're just like a blank canvas or like an open book where you can kind of choose your own story. They have no preconceived notions on anything. They can do whatever they want. They truly can be whatever they want as long as they work towards it and put their minds to it. So being that, I always tell them, you got to do the same thing every day. You got to get better at it. If you're not doing the same thing every day and you're not getting better at it, then you're doing something wrong. And I kind of base myself on that too. But every day, if I'm going to work, whatever I'm doing, if I'm doing the same thing over and over, I should be getting better at it. So how has karting impacted Christian's life? I think in many ways. Again, like I said, like with most organized sports, it teaches them life lessons, things they can take away from it. You've had a lot of success, you have a lot of downs, how to deal with adversity, learning respect for others, how to respond to difficult situations, how to react to other people, how to manage your emotions, things like that. Again, these are all things you can take and apply to your everyday life, not just racing in general. One of the challenges with kart racing, it's just kind of the logistics of it. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it, maybe more so than other organized sports. It's definitely impacted by the cost. So whereas you can go sign up for, let's say, a little league or something like that, you pay a certain fee and you're good for the summer. Here it's just an encore, so it's, you know, it is racing, so there is a little bit more cost involved, but a lot of it is, you know, a lot of out-of-state travel, a lot of local travel, in-state travel. I think the logistics of it, getting everything ready, keeping the kids focused, and obviously school's the number one priority, so keeping their grades up in school, and just trying to manage and balance the schedule of it. I think one success story in particular, it would probably be maybe last year at Daytona. We had run this race when we first started karting. We had been karting for less than a year. We went to Daytona, and it was our first big event, big national level event. We wanted to go to it and kind of get the experience of it. And although he drove really well, he still had to really fine-tune his craft a little bit. So the first year there, we didn't do too well. I think we actually finished last, probably dead last. The only people we finished in front of were the people that crashed out. But again, it was a great learning experience. We learned from it, and it was an event that we wanted to do again. So it was here in Daytona. So the following year, we went back, and you know, we had expectations to do well. He had been racing for a little bit over a year now, so we had some good expectations for him to probably run mid-pack. And when we started the first couple of days, that's where he was running. Every practice session we went out there, he kept getting better and better and better until he was up at the front. And it just so happens on that weekend, he actually ended up finishing with a second place finish, as well as he went pole both days, which means he was the fastest on track those 2 days of the weekend. So it's a little success story for us. I think we kind of hang our hats on. And it just shows you that from one year to the next, as long as you put in that hard work, you can get those results.